Ugh, it was a lot harder getting here today. Where would we be without survival horror? One of my favorite genres of video game. But more importantly, where would we be without the survival horror girlies? And if you ask me, it's the survival horror girlies from Resident Evil that paved the way for girlies of all survival horror games. And yeah, okay, maybe I'm a little biased because Resident Evil is one of my top 3 favorite games ever. But honestly, like, if you ask me, you can't deny the star quality of these girls from Resident Evil, okay? The charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent of these women. And not just the playable ones. There's the antagonists, the big bad mamas, you know who I'm talking about. And today on my queer-friendly, nerdy channel, I thought it'd be fun to rank the girlies of Resident Evil! Also because this ranking video came in second in my last poll on my community page. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I'm so happy that people actually wanted this video. But of course, before we get to today's ranking video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment your favorite Resident Evil girlies or maybe some of your least favorite. It would mean the world to me because it would help boost my fun, queer, friendly, nerdy channel. And I can make more videos for y'all and we can have fun. Sir? Sir! It's the unprofessionalism for me, sir. So without further ado, let's get on to today's ranking video. Sorry. Oh my god, sorry, your girl is hungry. I had to take a bite before I did this video. Friends, we made it through the intro. You know, those are really hard for me to do. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited. We have our standard S through D tier list, as you can see. We're starting with D, danger. Obviously, you don't want to be in danger. You don't want to be in danger. That means if you get hit one more time, you're probably gonna be, dead. Game over, okay? You don't want to be in danger. C, Chris. Chris. I love Chris. I'm just a little tired of Chris. So if a girly goes in there, it's like, let's move on to you're not bad, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna go to the next girly, which we are right now. B. BSAA. A very solid girly. A solid girly. BSAA. I think you can tell that I'm correlating the categories to, the letter. You see what I did there? I'm so creative. Next is A. Alice could never. Now, I had to get a little bit creative with this one because I could not think of a good Resident Evil themed, word or a quote for A. Like assignment Ada kept coming, but that's one of the girlies, so I'm not gonna put Ada as one of the categories. Anyway, Alice could never, and that's no shade to the Resident Evil live action movies because those are a guilty pleasure. Love me some Mila, but Alice could never. She could never. Let's be real. And that brings us to S. Stars. It's self-explanatory, okay? If a girl is in stars, I mean, that's an S run. You got an S ranking, girl. Self-explanatory. Come on. Nemesis agrees. I think I did a good job of getting all the girlies. I try to get the most relevant ones. There's gonna be some irrelevant ones here too. But it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Let me know if I missed any good girlies, but I feel like I did a good job of getting the good ones. So what we're going to do is kind of go down the line of the main series girlies first, and then we're gonna do some of the spin-off girlies. Okay, so we obviously have to start off with the OG herself, a trailblazer in survival horror just in general, and that is Miss Jill Valentine. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's no brainer. Stars. You want stars? I'll give you stars. This is Mother. This is Mother. Without Jill, we would not have the Fionas. We would not have the Cheryl/Heather Masons, the Jennifers. Without her. Without her. I know it's really boring to put her, in S. I'm so different, sue me, but it's literally what she deserves. She is Resident Evil. This is a character that is so beloved. She was the first Resident Evil to actually return to get her own game to mainline, if I'm not mistaken, for RE3. I always pick Jill. If I play RE Remake or Resident Evil just in general, I'm picking Jill. Sorry, Chris. get to the back of the line. I'm picking Jill. Always. She kind of invented the color blue, that iconic beret, but honestly, I think her 3 fit is like the most iconic fit of hers in general. Like she has so many iconic fits, but I just always think when I think of Jill, RE3 fit comes to mind. Always. That tube top and mini skirt. Also, I'm a lover and defender of RE3 Remake. I know it's missing so much content. The clock tower, okay, I get it, yada yada yada. But if we want to blame RE3 Remake, let's blame Resident Evil Resistance. I feel like that really took a lot of content from, like time and content from RE3 Remake. Let's hate on Resistance. I think Jill is kind of like a top. Like, in more ways than one. Jill is definitely a top. And I just want to see her return. It's what she deserves. Like, come on. Everything that happened to her after 5, it's cool that we got Death Island, but I want Jill to come back in a video game. Death Island was iconic, but give us a Jill-centered game. Like, that's more present day, dealing with her trauma, maybe dealing with her trauma still of like working through that after being under Wesker's control. Like there's so much potential for like psychological horror and to explore her character. She's just been out for so long. Like I want to play as Jill. Give us a Jill. Sorry, I could rant about Jill for so long, but that's not why you're here. We gotta move on and rank more girlies. Jill is a member of Stars forever and always. Next is Miss Rebecca Chambers. Come on. I'm Rebecca. Stars. She invented the color green, let's be real. Okay, I think so many people wanted a pixie cut because of Rebecca. Because of Rebecca, she got RE0. Ooh. I think the most exciting thing about playing as Chris is being able to have the potential to play as Rebecca. Also, obviously, she headlines RE0 with Billy Cohen, which I'm currently playing and streaming on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. Come say hi. Come hang out on Mondays. I would love to see Rebecca too. I remember, like, wasn't there a whole lot of rumors going on that she was supposed to have her own Resident Evil Revelations game, but that was like canceled. But you know, obviously you take rumors with a grain of salt. Anyways, I love Rebecca. Love her so much. I want to see her return. And yes, Death Island. She's been in the live action movies. The live action movies are cool, but like, there's a huge difference between my girlies in the video games where I get to play as them than seeing them slay in like a movie. This is video games here, people, and I want my girlies back, okay? I'm tired of the boys club that Resident Evil has kind of become. I'm still gonna play the crap out of it because these boys are daddies, but like, come on. Rebecca is that girl. Miss you, girl, so much. Next is Lisa Trevor. Oh, you know I put the baddies on here. And Lisa Trevor is a baddie. She's like one of my favorite components of RE Remake because obviously she wasn't in the original Resident Evil. She's such a great addition to explore the lore of Resident Evil and bring some emotion into it because she's such a tragic monstrosity. I root for her. I root for her. In my headcanon, she's still alive, okay? She survived the blast. She survived Wesker. I love Lisa Trevor. She's like one of the best creatures. I think she's my favorite creature of Resident Evil. Great story. Oh, such a heartbreaking past with her and her mother and how they were captured and she was experimented on. So good, so good. RE Remake did such a great job of really expanding the world of Resident Evil and getting like the players like invested and feeling for the cast and even some of the antagonists. Like she's not really even an antagonist. Who else was scared when you first saw Lisa Trevor for the first time in RE Remake? Girl, that scared the crap out of me until I got to know Lisa and really learn about her backstory. Like, we're besties now. On to RE2, because I don't think there's any more girlies in RE1. No, I don't think. Claire. Girl, I'm so biased. It's like, oh wait, I should be, yeah, okay. No, wait, Claire has to be here. Sorry, Lisa. Girl, it's not even, like, she's not even my favorite character. Yes, I'm dressed up as Claire right now, but, like, I just love her fits. She's a fashion queen. I mean, they kind of all are. But, like, come on. Claire, you know what? Wait, Claire has to be above Rebecca. What am I doing? Claire, obviously, RE2, kind of following the footsteps of Jill. But then she got, Claire's popularity skyrocketed with Code Veronica, headlining that game with her brother. I still like playing as Claire more than her brother. Where's our Code Veronica remake? Where is it? Where is it? I think it was such a good and brilliant idea to bring in a new character that has a connection. Obviously, she's the sister of Chris, has a connection to a past character, Daddy Redfield. And I think she just really quickly became one of the most popular characters of the series, and rightfully so. Code Veronica, RE2, Revelations 2. Yeah, I would love to see Claire return too, but I definitely still want to see Jill more because it's been longer. At least Claire got Revelations 2, which is kind of a more present day game. It's really been cool to see Claire grow. I think that's the coolest thing, that she kind of, unlike some of the other girlies, even maybe Jill, like, you've really got to see Claire grow up throughout the series. Like, now she is a woman! Like, she was a teenager. Wasn't she 18 in RE2? Now she's a woman in RE2 Revelations, which I really need to replay that. I haven't played Revelations 2 in years. Claire's on another level than some of the rest of the girlies. So we're still on 2, which brings us to Sherry Birkin. I want to talk about Sherry first. Just like I said with Claire, you got to see Sherry grow, but we definitely had a break from Sherry from RE2 and then RE6, which I'm not the biggest RE6 fan, if I'm being perfectly honest. But still, I can't deny the fact that it was super cool to see Sherry finally return and be playable in RE6, despite the game being very convoluted a little bit. Lots of moving parts, lots of playable characters, which is pretty cool, but I think RE6 was missing a lot, like Claire, Jill, but still, very cool. It'd be cool to see Sherry and Claire actually reunite one day, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But yeah, Sherry's really cool, and obviously has such a connection to just the RE lore, and yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see her again. I'm going to put her at Alice Could Never. I think she has a lot of potential. I think what it is like, I like pieces of RE6, like Sherry, like Ada being in it. But I also don't like a lot about the game itself, sadly. But anyways, Sherry's in Alice Could Never, okay? Next is Ada Wong. How can you not say C-U-N-T? That's C-U-N-T! I think Ada is right behind Miss Valentine. Ada is beating Claire for me. Ada's beating Claire. She's coming in second. I almost want to put Ada above Jill. I know that's wild because Ada doesn't even have her own game. She has her, like, playable sections in RE2 and, you know, obviously Assignment Ada or Separate Ways. But Ada, despite that, she is such an iconic character. She deserves her own game. I don't know if it'll ever happen because I feel like she is such a mysterious, enigmatic character. Like, girl, she's perfect for a Revelations game. But let's be real. Ada in her own main series game? Oh, girl, sign me up. Take my money. That would be so good. But it's so crazy how Ada, despite not having her own game or anything like that, she's so popular, and rightfully so. They just, like, constantly tease us with Ada, Miss Wong, and how beautiful and how cool, calm, collected she is. And her mysterious origins that we, like, basically know nothing about. Like, I want to know more about this character. But maybe that's why we love her, is that she's so mysterious. And she kicks a lot of ass in heels, her stilettos. Like, I think she became so popular because not only in RE2 she debuts, but, like, RE4, hello, the bee in the red dress. Oh, I'm still angry that they took her out of Village. She was supposed to appear in Village, but she didn't. That would have been really cool. But maybe they're saving her for RE9, because according to rumors, Leon's in RE9, and if there's Leon in a game, there's Ada. I still want Jill to be in that game, but, like, these rumors, I'm taking all these rumors with a grain of salt until they freaking announce something. When are you announcing a new Resident Evil game, Capcom? I want to put Ada so bad, number one, but I think Jill, like, I just think Jill's kind of invincible and no one's beating her, sadly. We gotta take a little bit of a detour to Code Veronica, because despite it kind of being, like, not actually technically a main series game, I think it was supposed to. And coupled with the fact that it is so important to the lore of Resident Evil, we got to talk about Miss Alexia Ashford. Alexia is an A, okay? Sorry, Sherry. Sherry, move. I truly feel like Alexia is like such an iconic big bad in RE. That makes me want a Code Veronica remake even more to see her in like HD in the RE engine. So bad. She's so cool. They had a creepy, her and her brother have a creepy relationship, no lie. But like, come on. She is a pioneer for the girly baddies in RE, and she's rightfully an A. Like, put some respect on Mother Ashford. Next is Annette Birkin. I completely forgot about her. Terrible mother. We're gonna put her in Chris, because she's an important character RE2. She's just not a good mom. Poor Sherry. Poor Sherry. But I will say that despite her being a bad guy, she did have kind of like somewhat of a redemption arc in the RE2 remake. I feel like in playing as Claire, you see a more softer side to her. Like she's a little bit more sympathetic by the end of RE2 playing as Claire, with her actually like starting to care about Sherry, for crying out loud. Whereas if you're just playing as Leon, she's just a total B. Chris! Annette's and Chris, because at least there's something there. Now, fully on to RE4, Miss Ashley Graham. No, not that Ashley Graham. Ashley Graham, the president's daughter. She is definitely equipped with ballistics, that's for sure. I love Ashley. Regardless of what people say, Ashley is an icon, okay? RE4 would not be the same without her. She's a survival horror girly through and through, okay? She can't handle maybe a pistol, but like she runs, she listens to Leon, she hides. I love playing her playable sections, and RE4 Remake and the original are so fun. I always look forward to them. She's a fashion queen. She has her alternate outfits, and her OG voice actress, Carolyn Lawrence, Sandy Cheeks, Cindy Vortex. You cannot unhear it after I've learned that like years ago, but I just have never unheard it since. Ashley? Am I gonna put Ashley in stars? Ashley's going in stars. She's going in stars. She's iconic. She's iconic. So come on. Ashley's iconic. Despite her annoying, like, I don't even think she's annoying to me anymore just because of Miss Carolyn Lawrence. Like, put some respect on her name. Love Ashley. Love Ashley. She's in stars. Hate on it. I don't care. Next is Miss Ingrid Hunnigan. You can't, there's a lot of girlies. I'm sure you weren't expecting me to talk about Miss Hunnigan. I love her. Hunnigan is a baddie, okay? Before Miss Bayonetta came to the scene, we had our spectacles queen, Miss Ingrid Hunnigan. I love how Leon has a thing for her, and she's just like, boy, I don't want you. I love her. She's a very small character. She's in BSAA, for sure. Next, RE5. Miss Sheva Alomar. I love Sheva, okay? Listen to me right now. I think one of the main reasons why I like 5 so much is because of Sheva, alright? You best believe in my replays of 5, I'm always playing as Sheva. I don't want to play as Chris. I don't want to play as Chris, sorry. Also, she's a left-handed queen for the left-handed girlies out there. She gets no love. She needs more credit because, first of all, she helped introduce co-op in Resident Evil, which a lot of us have been wanting. And second of all, she helped Chris take down Wesker. That is massive. That is huge. Put some respect on her name. She is the main reason why I want an RE5 remake so much. I just don't know if I want it just yet, but still, if it is the next remake, I would gladly accept it with open arms because, like, I get to see Sheva in the RE engine, and I just love her so much. I would love to see her expanded in the RE remake for 5 because, I just want to know more about her and her backstory, and maybe have like maybe have more of a dynamic relationship with Chris, because like their partnership was a little boring, and I wanted to see, I guess I just want more. My dream is to like maybe have her and Chris maybe kind of start out at odds, but maybe like see them really develop their bond as partners through the course of an RE5 remake. I think that'd be really cool, and explore her backstory more. Yeah. So I'm putting her, she's up there. She is up there in stars, even though she's a member of the BSAA. No, today, she's a star. She's a member of stars. Ooh, we're still in 5, and you already know she was gonna come next. Ixela Gione. Is it Gione or Gione? Sorry. Annette. Miss Annette, this is who you wish you could be. Miss Birkin, you could never. Excella is an A. Ooh, is she above? Ooh, but is she above Alexia? That's debatable. We'll put her below Alexia. I love me some Excella. That's another character I would love to see a little bit more expanded upon in an RE5 remake. Like, come on, the white dress? Is that Prada? The low-cut dress, the heels, playing as her in Mercenaries? Oh, sorry, I just smacked myself. Playing as her in Mercenaries? Oh, you best believe. In the Mercenaries reunion, that was my main. Excella was my main. I don't know what her accent is. You're just not ready for me. Ooh, that was kind of good. Kinda. Next is Helena Harper from RE6, because now we're on RE6. You know, like I said previously, I'm not the biggest fan of 6. I think Helena's a very, like, standard character. You see the growth with her throughout 6. I feel bad for her with everything that happened with her and her sister. But you know what it is? Unlike Sherry, who is a character that returns, who definitely stands out to me in RE6, it's hard for Helena being a new character with all of these returning iconic characters, coupled with the fact that RE6 is already so messy, so it's so easy to get lost in the shuffle when thinking about and referring to and unpacking 6 just in general. But I like Helena. I do. I don't think she's one of my favorites by any means, but I think she's a solid BSAA. Absolutely. And that's a really cute outfit. I like the outfit, Helena. I do. Next is Carla. Carla, this white lady really took our Chinese queen's face and thought she ate. Carla, it's the cultural appropriation for me. How could you, girl? Come on, Carla. Come on, Carla. Okay, but like, that aside, I do like this outfit though. She's kind of slaying this. I remember like not knowing anything about RE6 and like the trailer and apparently thinking that like, oh, Ada's turned bad finally. But that was a good kind of twist that like, no, it's an imposter. But that's really cool. I do have to say that's one of the things I do like about 6. I'm not gonna lie. Ada kind of, her identity essentially being stolen because of Carla and that whole twist. I think that's a really cool component of 6 now that I think about it. You know, I just don't really like Carla, obviously. But I'm gonna put her right behind Miss Helena. Miss Helena. But now, RE7, the girlies of 7, there's actually quite a few. Starting with Mia, okay. Starting with Mia, our creepy queen, because she was so creepy when we first, you know, when Ethan first rescued her and she was like, obviously infected. Oh my goodness. I like Mia, I really do. She's really pretty. I enjoy Mia a lot. I do. She definitely has, you learn about a lot of her backstory with Evelyn, and she's playable like once, not so much not in Village, but I like her. She's cool. She's great. She's not one of my favorites, like overall girly, but like she's probably one of my favorite characters from like the Ethan Winters saga. I'm gonna put her in A. I think I'm gonna put her in A because she has lots of ties to everyone. Next is Zoe. Oh, our tragic queen, our tragic girly. I always feel bad for Zoe, because why would you choose her over Mia in 7? Why would Ethan come all this way and not cure his wife? And then you just leave and abandon Zoe? Poor queen. I remember when the trailer dropped for 7, I thought like you saw a glimpse of Zoe in the trailer and I thought it was Rebecca. I was like, is that Rebecca? Are we going to be able to see Rebecca? No, it's Zoe. A different girl. Oh, you do get to play as Zoe in like there's lots of expansions for 7. Oh my god, there's lots of content in 7 that I'm completely forgetting about. She's cool. She helps Ethan a lot in 7. I like her. She's kind of like the Hunnigan to Leon in 7. She's like the Hunnigan to Ethan. I'm gonna put her in BSAA. There's also expansion where you don't play as her, but in End of Zoe, that whole little scenario, which was really cute. Shout out to our girly Zoe. Zoe, if you're out there, we love you. You're gonna get through this, queen. I actually really feel bad now that I think about like Zoe's been through a lot with losing her family to the mold. Speaking of her family, oh, Marguerite. Okay, who I'm not familiar with Marguerite's voice actor, but oh my god, I hope she got a good check for that because she put her whole Margaritusi into that performance, okay? And also, she's just so creepy. The design, her boss fight, long limbs. Oh, such a scary boss fight. It's honestly one of the hardest ones and some of the harder difficulties, for me at least. Marguerite, just her performance alone. Visceral performance. I'm gonna give her an A. Alice could never. Next is Evelyn, the big bad. She is the big bad of 7. A. She's annoying, but also she's kind of like this character that you really feel bad for. In a way, like, you do feel really bad for Evelyn, especially at the end of 7, where you realize, like, this grandma character is actually not the grandma, that's Evelyn, and how she just wants a family so bad, even if she's going about it the wrong way. I'm sorry, I'm an Evelyn apologist, but obviously RE7 and 8 wouldn't be the same without her, mostly 7. She's an honorary baddie. Which brings us to RE8, RE Village, aka, we gotta start out with our girl, Elena. Elena, what were you thinking, girl? Girl, our first danger. Welcome to the club, girl. Welcome to the danger club. The danger room. Elena, girl, what were you thinking? Such cannon fodder. I thought she was going to play a bigger role in Village, especially with the trailer, the first trailer. You saw her. I thought she was going to have, like, a playable section. Shout out to her, though, because she's voiced by Nicole Tompkins, who voices Jill in the RE remake, and, like, she's now the actor of Jill. I also met Nicole. Shout out to Nicole. I met her, and I met Maggie. I love them both. They're so kind and nice. Humble brag, but also, like, if you go to a convention, you're going to be able to meet these queens. Anyways, so yeah, that's her saving grace, is that she's performed amazingly by Miss Nicole. Anyways, we're moving on to, the mother of RE Village. She's kind of a game changer. A cultural phenomenon. Lady D. Come on, she's a member of Stars, okay? She's a member of Stars. I would put her above Claire, but maybe that's pushing it. Miss Maggie. The icon that you are with this performance. Lady D carried Village, okay? The reason why I was so excited about Village was to learn more about this character. It's so crazy that, like, she's, like, the first section, the castle section, is her section. I thought she was going to play, I thought she was going to be one of the last characters or something like that. I think a lot of us did, but it's crazy just to realize, like, wow, she's, like, one of the first characters that you defeat. Just the way the fandom has received, and not even just the RE fandom, the way that, like, outside of Resident Evil gamers have just, like, accepted her in open arms and reference her and, like, got people probably into Resident Evil for the first time. I don't think the devs realized how popular she was going to be, or maybe they did, and that's why they promoted the heck out of her and showcased her to the point. She's playable. I just realized she's playable in the mercenaries mode, which I don't really like the village mercenary mode, but anyway. This is a Lady D stan account. Next are Lady D's daughters, Bella, Daniela, and Cassandra. I think that's their names. I don't know who's who. You can tell by their hair color, but they're far away in this picture. They're iconic. They're another good, like, Lady D's a really popular cosplay. I forgot to mention that. Obviously, you probably know this if you're watching this. The daughters are also super popular characters in cosplay that you see a lot with Lady D cosplayers, obviously. So I kind of have to put them high. They are, like, really annoying characters to deal with. The jump scares that you'll experience with them, they're fun. I do like them. I do. They serve. They're an A. They're an A. They're good. I was, for some reason I was thinking I'm gonna put them low. No. They deserve a high placement for sure. Oh, and Nicole does one of their voices too. I just realized, right? Right? Am I wrong? All 3 of the voice actors, mind you. Slay. If you're voicing, I just want to say this. I don't want to miss anyone. If you're voicing in Resident Evil, you're an icon. You slay. Thank you so much for your work that you do for the fans, okay? Next is Mother Miranda. Her boss fight in the harder difficulties, so annoying, but also very iconic. But I'm gonna put her... I do love the wings. I do love the wings. She's kind of serving. I feel like I don't want to put her in A though for some reason. I don't know. There's something I don't want to put. I don't want to put her in A, even though I think it's the look that I really, really like about Mother Miranda. But I don't want to put her in A for some reason. Maybe I just don't like her character. Yeah, the shapeshifter. Shape-shifting queen. Oh, she wishes she was Mystique. You could never be Mystique. I'm gonna put her in BSAA because she is a great villain. I don't know. I feel like she's not the first thing to come to mind, surprisingly, when I think about Village. Lady D is the true big bad and villain of Village. Next is Rosemary. Rose Winters. Something about Rose Winters. Off topic, not really, but I have to be a K-pop stan real quick. Rose Winters reminds me so much of Rosé from Blackpink, or just like, I don't know. They're probably just the blonde hair and her name's Rosemary. So I always think about Rosé for some reason. I like her. I like her a lot. But like her playable story expansion was really fun. But it didn't really feel like Resident Evil. That's the only downside. But I like her a lot. I want to put her above her mother, Rosemary. If we were to ever get a game starring Rosemary, I would love that. Maybe like a Revelations or some other spinoff. That'd be really cool, but I just don't know if we are. But I think the best thing about Rosemary is that she really brings emotion. Just Rosemary in general. She brings like such emotion to Resident Evil, which isn't always often. I don't think we play Resident Evil necessarily to feel, but she brought such a tenderness and like emotion to like Ethan Winters, and finally having like this connection and bond with Ethan Winters after these years of playing these games where, you know, RE7, we didn't really care about Ethan Winters. We didn't have an attachment to him, but Miss Rosemary, you know, this father-daughter relationship really got me in the feels when I was playing it for the first time. And so yeah, shout out to Rosemary. Shout out to Rosemary. Next, our final girl from Village is Donna Benevento. And you know what? We're gonna include Angie with Donna. Okay, this is a 2-for-1 special because they kind of go hand in hand. I think Donna has such a cool power with the flowers and causing these illusions. That's so cool. And I think like her section is probably like, it's kind of a quick section. The Benevento. I don't think I'm saying that correctly. I apologize. I love her section. The baby girl, and little Angie, the most annoying little puppet doll. Is she a doll or a puppet? Anyway, Angie kind of is like the face of the duo, you know. And I think it's after my favorite section is obviously the castle, but then after it's Donna's section. Such a good, I wish they gave us more with that section, made it longer or something like that. But yeah, B, definitely B. I'm gonna put her above Miranda. Get lost, lady. We've made it through all of like the main series. Now we're doing the spin-offs. Now we're doing the Outbreak, the Revelation. So now this will be a little bit fun to see where these girlies rank. Probably not so high for most of them. Starting with Outbreak. Okay, I love Outbreak. So I'm probably going to rank these girlies high. Love me some Outbreak. Where is Outbreak File 3? If we want to go back to the roots, if we want to do multiplayer in Resident Evil, give us another Outbreak game. We don't want Resistance. Let Dead by Daylight be Dead by Daylight. Give us Outbreak, okay? 1v4... Stop it with them. I say that as a Dead by Daylight player too. I have a toxic relationship with Dead by Daylight. Cindy Lennox, this was my main. Well, I had two mains, but Cindy was my favorite. I love her. She's so cute. Something about her like has always reminded me about like Jessica Simpson for some reason, or so she looks like someone that I just can't put my finger on it. Jessica Simpson comes to mind. I'm not even like a huge Jessica Simpson fan. Anyways, I love her. Her cute little ponytail. She was adorable. She was our healing queen. You already know I'm gay and I'm going to play healer or some kind of type of support. It's really interesting to see how like they all function in the different scenarios. I'm putting Cindy there. Okay. I don't think it's a stretch to put an Outbreak character above a Resident Evil 6 character. Let's be real. I love Cindy in her bunny outfit. That was so cute. Yoko, backpack queen. Backpack queen. You know what? I'm putting them above these two. I love Outbreak. I don't care. I love Outbreak. I'm putting them there. Let's just do it. We'll do it all down the line, okay? Down the line. Okay, let's start off with Yoko. Yoko was my second main because of her inventory. She had 8 slots because of her backpack. That was like her. That was another so cool thing. That was such another cool thing about Outbreak. Like, Resistance tried so hard. Outbreak gave each character like their own special like unique qualities to play them. Like Cindy was the healer. Yoko had extra inventory. Alyssa had like a pick lock. They all had their special qualities and why you would choose to pick them. But Yoko is my second main. And Yoko has lots of backstory with Umbrella. So I kind of, even though Yoko's not my favorite, Cindy's my favorite. I'm going to put Yoko above Cindy because Yoko has ties to Umbrella. She was like a researcher of Umbrella, I believe. And she has like amnesia. Shout out to Yoko. Shout out to Yoko. I love Yoko. Okay, but Alyssa, I'm going to put Alyssa above them too. Solely because, one, she gives me such Mila Jovovich vibes. Like, even she has an alternate outfit that reminds me so much of the red dress that Mila wore as Alice in the movies. I don't know if that was intentional. Anyway, Alyssa's like the only character, Outbreak character, I believe, that was actually like mentioned in a main series Resident Evil game, which she's like the only confirmed canonical character, I believe, in Outbreak. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like she was in a Resident Evil 7 file. And it's like one of the first files you get. So she survived Raccoon City and lived to tell the tale. So that's why I'm going to put her above them too, even though I like them more. On to Revelations. I love Revelations. I think I recently replayed Revelations last year, and I'm like, I like this game so much. I think I like it more than Revelations 2, if I'm being honest. Starting with Jessica. Oh, Jessica's like a triple agent. Isn't she like a triple agent girl? She want to be Ada Wong so bad. But okay, but this outfit is very, very... I love it. I love the one pant leg. She's missing a pant leg in her swims. I don't care. She ate. That's fashion. She is a fashion girly. I'm going to put Jessica in B. I like her. It's just the fact that she's... Where is she? You know, they kind of left us with like a cliffhanger. Not a cliffhanger ending, but they haven't done anything with her. She's a bit of a double crosser to our main heroes. So I'm like, are they ever going to do anything with her again? I don't know. She's voiced by Allie Hillis. Shout out to Lightning, which is really fun. Love me some 13. But yeah, I like her. I love her fashion. She might be a little bit of forgettable. I don't know. Like literally, she might be, the devs might have forgotten about her. Next is Rachel. Oh my God, Rachel. I have such a soft spot for Rachel. I love Miss Rachel Foley. Our opening death, girly. I'm going to put her in C. She served. Chris. She's like a main for raid, or is it not mercenaries mode in Revelations? It's raid mode. I love the fashion. Low cut suit, hair above the face, probably why she died. You feel bad for her, but I also think they put effort into like exploring her backstory and how she was kind of like, she didn't really want to partake in this mission. She obviously becomes Rachel Ooze, a reoccurring monster kind of stalker enemy. She slays as an ooze monster too, but you know, other than that, I will admit, that's about it for her. So I'm going to put her in Chris. We've been very generous today, friends. Next is Lady Hunk. Oh, she is showing leg. But I'm putting her in danger. Obviously, this is just kind of like a non-canon character who is just playable in raid mode. Showing off the legs. But I honestly think that isn't she just like literally the model of Hunk? Chopped in half, and then they just slap some like female legs or like feminine legs onto her. I don't know. Yeah, and I also remember her being like really annoying to unlock. So maybe it's not really her fault, but she's not really a character. She's kind of like a character catering to cosplayers, which isn't a bad thing. It's like I'm sure like she's been cosplayed a lot. The whole lady versions of like male characters is pretty popular in cosplay communities. So there is that. But yeah, that's about it for a lady hunk. Next is Gina Folly. Okay, it's so funny because like first of all, why does she look so much like Jill? She looks so NPC. They put no effort into making her at all like interesting looking. She looks like if Jill and Hunnigan like fused, okay? She's literally cannon fodder in Revelations 2. She's playable. But we're gonna put her in we're gonna put her there. We're gonna put her there. Yeah, that's about it. Cause she literally dies at the beginning of Revelations 2. I read that she was supposed to have a bigger role, but it was cut. Also, her and Rachel share the last same name, and they kind of looks a little bit similar. I don't know if that was I feel like that was purposely done just to kind of like a little reference. Shout out to Revelations 1. Kind of like they share the same name. They also died early. Anyway. Next is Moira Burton, one of the daughters of Barry Burton. So she's a legacy character. You know what I just like was thinking about this the other day. Revelations 2, it's not a bad game. It's kind of like in 2025, after all these years, I need to replay it. It's on my list to replay. But like hindsight, Revelations 2 really seemed so fanficky. Like fanficky. I'm coining that term now. Fanficky. Like the story just felt like a fanfic for some reason because you have something about the daughter of Barry, and then you have like skipping ahead a little bit, Alex Wesker, the sister of Albert Wesker. And like I remember playing it and loving it and playing the crap out of Mercenaries mode and really liking that, putting a lot of hours into it. Like the gameplay was a lot of fun, but like the story is actually super. I don't think I like the story of Revelations 2, if I'm being honest. Again, not a bad game. The gameplay is really fun, but I just don't think I like the story. But I do like Moira Burton. It's crazy how it's like, didn't she survive like 6 months on an island? Or is it like she survived like months on an island? I don't know how she did that with that crazy old man. She obviously has a very traumatic past, and you see her kind of like work through that trauma. And she's a really interesting character, I will admit. I am gonna put her in C though. Yeah, I don't even know if I can explain it. I am going to put her in C though. Speaking of Alex Wesker, again, like the sister of Albert, fanficky character. Who wrote the script? It's so fan fiction. Let Wesker be dead. Let him die. Stop bringing the Weskers back. She is just kind of like a character that came and went. She's big bad of Revelations 2, but I'm just going to rank her low because of the whole, my whole fanfic criticism of that kind of, you get that feeling in Revelations 2. Okay, why do Alex and Annette literally look the same? Why? I'm going to put her lower at that fact. And I'm going to put Natalia like right here because I feel like I need to talk about them both. Natalia's like this little girl and she has like these, she can sense like, she sees things with her vision to help Barry in Revelations 2. And then Alex like puts her psyche into Natalia at the end of Revelations 2. That's another reason why that was like kind of like a cliffhanger ending. Maybe that left a sour taste now that I think of it. I think that's another reason why Revelations 2 kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, and they never really explored that whole dynamic. Especially, like, that's so sad that Alex Wesker took control of this young little girl, and then she's, like, living with the Burtons. That's awful! And you just let that be for all these years. I don't like it. I like Natalia. I really feel bad for that. Screw you, Alex Wesker. You're awful. Next is Manuela. I think Manuela's so cute. Isn't she so cute? I love her hairstyle. She has ties to Leon because she's a character that only appears in Umbrella Chronicles, like with the whole mission with Leon and Krauser before RE4. This is a whole like backstory for them too. And I was hoping Operation Javier, I believe. I don't know if I'm remembering this incorrectly. Haven't played RE4 Remake in a minute. But they didn't mention Manuela, and I was kind of like, oh. Unless I'm getting the lore incorrect, I apologize. But Manuela's really cute. I really like that about Umbrella Chronicles, her inclusion. Though I'm not really like playing Umbrella Chronicles isn't my favorite thing. But yeah, I'm gonna put her in Chris because she's really cute. Mostly. And she has like the burning blood. Okay, mini Alexia, I see you. I see you. You're so adorable. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if like she is in the lore of the remake timeline. Our final RE girly, that is Miss Fongling of Resident Evil Dead Aim. Dead Aim? Is it Dead Aim or is it Deadly Aim? I don't know, because I've never played that game myself, but I had to include her on this list because I know someone was going to get mad if I didn't. I wanted to play the game so bad growing up for my PS2, but I never had the shooting thing that you plug in to your PS2, and I was like, my dad was gonna get the game for me, but then like the person at GameStop was like, oh, do you have the gun? And my dad was like, no, and so he never bought it for me. So so anyway, never really played it, but I've watched playthroughs and I've watched videos about Fongling. Her and Bruce, I think that's the main character of Dead Aim, like Bruce, they're literally like, they're kind of like the Temu versions of Leon and Ada. Isn't that so sad? That was so mean. That was so mean. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry to all the Fongling fans. She's not, no hate. No hate. But they are kind of like living in their own world, their own side game that I don't think a lot of people played. Including myself, so I can't hate. I really can't hate. She is gonna go in danger, though. She's gonna go in danger. You know what? No, I'm gonna put her above Alex. This is an Alex Wesker hate account. Yeah, the only reason why she's not in danger, Alex, is because at least she has some backstory. But Fongling, you're cool. You've been upgraded. You've been promoted to one of my elite employees. But yeah, friends, this is my ranking of the RE girlies. I think obviously I was biased to like the main series girlies, obviously. How can you not though? Because like they're queens, they get the representation, they're awesome. But yeah, let me know if your rankings are similar or different, and let's get discussing in the comments below. Friends, family, girlies, and survivors alike, thank you so much for tuning into today's video, leaving a comment, subscribing, liking. It means the world to me. We can save Raccoon City together and have so much more fun and make more videos together. And until the next ranking video, thank you. Oh my god. And until the next ranking video, thank you so much for being you. Love you all. Lick, 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 lick.